what's up, everybody? How y'all doing today? Once again, it's Jared Taylor here, and I got a great new guest for y'all. Look over there, look over there. It might be over here, but some praise over there. We got Peggy DiSalle with us. Oh my goodness, if y'all have just had a chance of being around Atlas for a while, you will see this lady has been climbing the charts, going up the ranks. Did you see she got a new rank today? Actually, new ranks came out today. That was her on there, y'all. So just
Can't even believe it.
So excited to have her on here. Hey, Peggy, for those who don't know, but I'm sure everybody knows, but those who don't know, tell a little bit about yourself.
Well, as Jared said, thank you, first and foremost, thank you for inviting me to hang out with you. I just love watching all the lives that you're doing. I think it's so valuable for people to kind of get to know us on a more personal level, especially with all of us that are in the company. I just think it really is, it really helps people a lot realize that people are just people and that we're all the same. So, but my name, as you said, my name is Peggy DiSalle. I am a mother of two, a wife. I live in Seattle, Washington, and I'm a professional network marketer and a professional trader. Just recently. And I've been networking, gosh, for almost 20 years. I can't even believe I'm saying that out loud. Let's see, I love sunsets and walks on the beach.
Walks on the beach? I was about to say, walks on the beach.
And I love ice cream. And let's see, what else about me? I am a black belt in Shotokan Karate. Let's see.
Don't mess with her, y'all.
Yeah. So I've been a wellness freak for the last 20 years. I've done, I've done a bunch of studying. I have a degree in wellness. I mean, so wellness has really been my thing for the last 20 years. And then Atlas found me. I shouldn't even say I found Atlas. Atlas found me, but I was actually looking to learn how to trade Forex. And I literally tried 2 other companies before this. So this is my third. And so here I am, and it's been an absolute blast. And the people here are second to none. I mean, I've just made so many wonderful relationships and friends already just in the last 4 or 5 months. It's just been incredible.
Oh yes, it is definitely a more family environment. Out of all the companies I've been with before in the past, this is the one that really has that family feel, because really not only that you can talk to the other IBPs and other people who are learning how to trade, but you can talk with corporate and they talk to you back.
Yeah.
And you can hang out with people in corporate and everything. It's just such a family. It don't even feel like a business. It feels like extended cousins, and you got Atlas brothers and sisters and Atlas aunts and uncles and stuff like that. So that's something I love about this. And like you said, I'm going to tell y'all how she said she's becoming a professional trader. I actually met her at one of the events in Texas, and she was in there, she was learning it, she was getting it, she was killing it. So let me ask you this. When you went to Texas for that event, how did that take your trading training to the next level?
Well, first of all, I was scared. I was scared. I was so scared to go. In fact, I even told Lindsay Shield, our COO, before the event, I was like, gosh, I don't know if I'm going to go. I said, I think I'm going to be in over my head. I was terrified because I really, truly am a novice. I came here knowing nothing, but even having joined 2 companies prior to this, I totally drowned in their platform and couldn't learn. I mean, it's like, I couldn't get it, and ended up losing a bunch of money and putting trust into some other people that were trading for me. And that's not what that's supposed to be about. You're supposed to be coming here to learn so that you can be self-sufficient. And when I first met Lindsay, because she was the very first, introduction that I had, I was so lucky fortunate enough to be able to meet her. She seriously had me at hello, because one of the very first things that she said to me was, we are going to dumb it down here, which is what I was asking for in the other 2 companies. And they were like, hey, it is what it is. This is trading. This is, you either get it or you don't. Mm-hmm. And I thought, wow, that really sucks, because I want to learn so bad, but I didn't want to take the time to go on YouTube or go on, read books or do all of that stuff. But the Houston event really flipped the light on for me. I mean, it was like a 2-day event, and I learned so much, and I should have never been terrified in the very first place, because they were, our educators they were teaching there were all different levels of traders in the room. There were brand new people like me, there were intermediate people, there were advanced people like you've been trading for many years, you know what you're doing, you know all the verbiage, you knew exactly what he was talking about. And I'm sitting right next to you going, woo! But I still was able to absorb a tremendous amount of information in a very short amount of time. And I left there super confident that I know I can learn this. I know that I'm on the right track. And like I mentioned before, I'm a black belt in Shotokan karate. And that took me 4.5 years. Getting from white belt to black belt, it took me 4.5 years. Now, it's not going to take me that long to become an expert trader here, but I look at it in the same way, because you have to go through each phase of learning, right? You can't go from novice to expert trader in a couple of months. I'm prepared for me to, as my dog is shaking, I'm prepared to really take the time, like the next year to 2 years, to be able to be completely dependent and trade on my own, so that I can do this anywhere, anytime, into my senior years, which is really one of the reasons why I want to learn this now, because I want to learn how to do this. I want to learn this life skill right now, so that I can still earn income in my twilight years, and to do this later on, so that I have income all the time.
Exactly. See, that's one of the beauties of this thing, is that when you learn the skill, and if you have like a phone or something like that, anywhere in the world, as long as there's a Wi-Fi connection, there's ways for you to make money,
That's right.
I remember
and nobody believes you. And nobody believes you. That's the funny thing. No one believes you when you say that. You go, I could live in a hole, as long as there's Wi-Fi, I can make money. Mm-hmm. And they're like, you're right, I go, oh no, and then I show them, like in that instant, I can show them how to download MetaTrader 4, set up an account in 5 minutes, and I go grab one of our trade signals, one of our trade suggestions, and I go, let's hear a place to trade. And I go walk through in 5 minutes. I can show somebody how to do this. And I just did this the other day, and they were like, what? And I go, that's how you do it. There you go. Now there's a lot more in the analysis part. That's the part that the big chunk that you have to learn. But the trade part's easy. I mean, placing a trade is easy. It's the analysis, and we have so many tools now that I'm so excited about, that we're about to learn, like the retail slayer and all of that actually helps you with the analysis and helps cut down that analysis time. So I'm super excited to learn that tool.
Oh yeah, that's one thing. All those things that's coming together right now. Like my friend used to say, once you learn it, you can take the L off, and then you just start earning money. So,
right. Or earn and learn and earn and learn and earn and earn and learn.
Yeah, I'm telling you. Now, let me ask you another question. Like you were saying before, you've been in the health and wellness for a while. Now that's a subject, that's a industry I don't know that much about, and I'm trying to learn more about that. Now, with Atlas having their new CBD line, now what are your thoughts on that right there, being that you know about the health and wellness and how that can benefit me?
Yeah, but what I'm so excited about is I came to Atlas not even knowing that component was here. In fact, that came after I came. I arrived here, and then they were like, okay, well, we're bringing out a CBD line. And so it fulfills that need in me to also help people with their health, because that's where I've always come from. I have this huge need to help people. I always tell people I'm completely addicted to helping people. And now I get to help them in 2 different ways. I get to help them, learn this wonderful life skill of trading. and I get to now help them with their health and wellness and give them mental clarity when they're trading. So I think this is like what is so cool. And CBD line is unlike anything I've ever seen in the marketplace. Like, this is so unique because ours are very high potency, high quality. And a lot of companies that are out there right now say they have really, really good quality products, but they're very watered down, very processed. And ours are super clean. They're literally manufacturer to user. There's nothing in between. And the other exciting thing is that Atlas is the only network marketing company in the industry that has access to these products. And a couple of them within the product line are super unique, super fun, and very, very different than anything that's out there, like our inhalers. Mm-hmm. A lot of people have, like the vapes, the vaping pens or whatever, but those are actually really dangerous for your respiratory system, right? We all know that now vaping isn't such a good thing for you. So we have what's called an inhaler, and it looks exactly like an asthmatic inhaler. Mm-hmm. And so it goes right into your respiratory system, right into your blood system within seconds. And this is also a very patented, not very patented, it is patented. It's a patented delivery system that only Atlas has. So that's super cool. That's what makes us very unique. And then, of course, we have one product in particular that I think, and I don't think, I know, we could build a business just on that one product.
True.
Just on that one product, and I'm referring to Arise, which is a men's enhancement product. And some people get very embarrassed and funny about speaking about that, and I have absolutely no problem with it, because I think it's wonderful that we get to bring a healthy product to men that will replace a product, something that's out on the market right now. I can't name any names, but something that helps men have a little bit of a, better time and a little bit of a better time. But it's very toxic. It's a very toxic, very chemically laden, because it's a pharmaceutical drug, right? And it's super expensive. I'm talking to a lot of men in the last month since I knew this product was coming, and I started interviewing a lot of men, kind of going, okay, I'm not trying to get too personal, but tell me, and you don't have to tell me if you do or don't, I don't care, but think about this. Men, in order to get this other product, this other pharmaceutical drug, they have to make a doctor's appointment, they have to go in there, they have to tell their story, they have to talk with their doctor, they probably have to have a urinalysis, they have to have blood work, they have to have all this stuff done. They have to jump through all of these hoops in order to get a prescription drug for this very expensive, or a prescription for this drug for this very expensive. I've heard that it runs in upwards of like $50 to $60 to $75 per pill. Yeah. So that's what I'm told. And here we have Arise that does the same thing, but it's completely all natural. There's no chemicals in it. There's nothing harmful in it, but it will have the same effect. And it's a lot less expensive.
Exactly.
And so it's a win-win, because it's safe, and it's less money. I mean, you can buy almost a whole bottle of it for what you would almost pay for one pill.
Mm-hmm. True.
So that's very, very exciting. And I truly do think that one product alone could take us to $1 billion status, from my experience in network marketing for the last 20 years, because there isn't another product like this out on the market. Truly.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now,
so super excited about that.
Me as well. I'm telling you, it makes me rise up just thinking about it.
I love it. Yeah, no, because I always want to look, it's really funny. I mean, I'm going to tell you a quick story, just side note. About 3 years ago, I even said to my husband, and this is how God works. That's why everybody always goes, oh my God, I'm so surprised at this. And I go, I am never surprised anymore at how God works, because you say something and then all of a sudden in a couple of years it shows up in your life. I literally said to my husband about 3 years ago, and this is no lie on my life. This is a true story. I swear to God. I said to my husband, if somebody would come up with an all-natural solution to this problem, we would make $1 billion. And here, lo and behold, 3 years later, here I am in a company that I didn't even know that this was going to be a part of what I was doing. Mm-hmm. God put me in this place, and he was like, here you go. You asked for it. Here you go. Bye-bye. So that's amazing. Yeah. Yeah. And like people say he works in mysterious ways. It's not mysterious whatsoever. It's very plain.
Well, I tell you what, that's one thing that I like about it, because like I said, you've done the trading side, you know the health and wellness, you have vast knowledge of how this industry works. Well, let me ask you, for like some of the people who are getting started with a new company, or going through things with a new company, maybe having a hiccup here or there, what is some of your advice you would give someone like that if they're in a situation where a company is kind of up and down, especially like a new startup or something?
Yeah, that's a really good question. So first of all, I'm a former brick and mortar business owner. From scratch. So I know what it's like to start a business. It is not easy. I don't care and if anybody thinks that they can go out and just miraculously start a business, especially one like Atlas, where we have multiple products that we're putting out there with merchant accounts, and it's so complex. There are so many things that have to be put into place in order for it to be a success, right? And there is not a company on this planet, and you show me one, and I'll give you $1 million, I swear. There is not one company on this planet that started up without any blips. And so my advice to people is, startups are hard. We've only been in business for 4 months. Look at how much we have accomplished in 4 months. Lindsay Shield, God, my hat and I'm so grateful. And my hat goes off to you for what she has been able to accomplish with the whole executive team in 4 months. I mean, we have 2 different apps. We have a brand new back office. We have a brand new product line, plus our whole learning system, all of that in 4 months. I mean, it's just been incredible. I mean, absolutely blows me. I mean, they are working tirelessly and around the clock for us. And so what I say to people, like, if this is too hard, grab a lawn chair, go sit on the sideline, watch us play for 3 or 4 months, and then come back when everything is like silky smooth and running beautifully, because that's all it's going to take. It's just going to take a few more months. And you know what? I'm in it to win it. I'm here to be one of the founding members. I'm going to be proud to say that I was a part of something big and something unique, and something that, we're offering people a life skill here, Jared. We're offering people a chance this is true freedom. This is really, really true freedom. This is a way for people to literally make money from anywhere, any place, anytime. You could be sitting on the beach making trades, making money. You can set a trade before you go to sleep and wake up and you see a blue in your account. You can, I mean, it blows my mind that I'm so grateful that I finally found it and finally found the right fit for me, where I can learn how to do this skill. But it does take a lot to get a company off the ground. And like I said, you just got to kind of be patient and you just have to, be here with grace and with appreciation. And I think we are making major headway. Yeah. So I always just say, if you can't stand the heat in the kitchen, get out go take a little chill for a little while, and then come back in a little while. But it's all happening. There's nothing, this is nothing unusual when you're starting out. This is all very normal. This is all very natural, and it happens to every single company out there. There's never been a company that is launched without blips. That's it. It's true. And if you've never been in a startup, how would you know that?
Exactly.
A lot of people here that have never been involved in getting a company off the ground, right? And it's a very heavy lift off, and then once the lift off, then things get a little bit lighter. So I just tell people, you just got to just chill.
Yeah. It's kind of like how they one of the first promotions they have of the spaceship taking off. You see
Yeah.
that thrust and it's like barely moving and it's
Right.
but then when it gets to the atmosphere, it's gone.
Yep. And it's light because that's when then it lightens up too, right? Because you're hitting that atmosphere, and that's when the liftoff is always, it's always heavier. So, like I said, go sit on the sideline, watch us play, come back in a couple of months, and then But yeah, I'm excited to be a part of it. I'm actually excited to be one of the members that are helping launch. I'm going to be, a year from now, I'm going to be standing there talking to people saying, I am so glad that I was instrumental in actually launching this company.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And you can't say that if you aren't willing to, take some of the heat. So.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's the thing. There's nothing that you can do, or like how we talk about most times. Like you got to get out of your comfort zone. Sometimes you get into this. Ooh, this is a little uncomfortable. Ooh, that's a little comfortable. But hey, once you stay in that, boom, you can get it. I mean, how many times you see all these different examples? I talk about, oh, Michael Jordan got cut from his varsity team. Oh, look what Oprah went through. Oh, look what Steve Jobs when he was trying to get Apple on. Did you see any of those smooth sailing? No, they all went through stuff to get through it. And
I know. I think I was just telling you before, I think I just recently read an article. It took it took Microsoft 9 years to actually make their splash into the marketplace. They didn't show up and go from Bill Gates' garage to, in campuses all over Seattle. I mean, it's like, they completely took over the city, but that wasn't overnight. That was a lot of, I mean, look at how many things that, like, even when you come out with a new phone, like a new Apple phone, there's always problems. There's always, glitches. There's always something with a new product. There's always glitches. Like it's just natural. It's inevitable.
Exactly. Well, I tell you what, you definitely enlightened me on a lot of things. I'm sure you enlightened a lot of others on a lot of things as well. I tell you what, I have my last question because I usually ask this one, but now think about everything that you brought out, which is great points. I always say there's always somebody who's brand new watching this. But if you could go back and talk to yourself when you first got started, you could go back and tell yourself one piece of advice. What would you tell yourself? Let's say, like you said, I ain't gonna say a lot 20 years ago. So, you go back and tell yourself.
Yeah, are you talking about when I joined Atlas, or are you talking about when I was like 17? What are you talking about?
We first networking, not Atlas, is back in the day. If you could go back and tell that brand new person who you were one piece of advice, what would it be?
Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming, just keep swimming, just keep swimming, literally, you just have to keep going. You have, and it might even be like in my situation, it even meant changing companies. It even meant, because I gained a little bit of knowledge from everything that I've done in this industry. You just have to keep going, and you have to keep talking, and you have to keep sharing, because, you have, I don't think people really, really realize the power that we have in our hands when we are offering this gift to somebody. And that's how I truly look at this, is I look at this as a gift. We have a gift that we're giving someone. Somebody's not doing me a favor joining this business. They're not doing me a favor by I'm going to do this with or without them.
Exactly.
So I am not doing this with or without. I'm doing this with or without them. So they're not doing me any favors at all by joining me. But what I am able to do is give them a gift. I can give them a gift of maybe making a couple of $100 extra a month. Right now, that is crucial to most families. Most families right now, if they could add an extra couple of $100 to their pocketbooks, it's life-changing for so many people. And then be able to give them the gift of learning this life skill that no one will ever take away from you. And I do equate it to the same thing as my black belt. I'm a black belt. It took me 4.5 years to get there. No one will ever take that skill from me because I learned it. It's in me. It's ingrained. It's the same thing with this. Now I am learning this skill. It's going to take me a year, 2 years, 2.5, 3, whatever it takes me to learn to get to be an expert trader, a professional trader. I am willing to put that time in, because in the long run, I know that no one will ever take that skill from me, and I'll be able to do this in my twilight years, which is why I wanted to start now. I mean, I'm no spring chicken. I am like, you know, I'm almost retirement age. And so I'm so excited to learn the skill, because, you know, I don't want to have to work very hard in my older years. I really don't. I literally, in the last 20 years, I've been working very hard in the last 20 years of my networking career, but I love it. It's not like work to me. I love it. And so I would go back and, like, to answer that question, I would go back and just say, just keep keeping on. Just keep on keeping on. Just keep on sharing. Even if somebody says no, they're not saying no to you. They're just saying not now. Or, you know, they're just dumb and say they're, you know, no. So, but that's okay. They can't think stupid, but that's okay. So, you know, but just don't take it personally. Mm-hmm. Keep on keeping on. You know, I use this this analogy when anybody ever asks me that question. Like, I always say, okay, like, let's say I'm around a group of people, like 20 people, and I have a big, huge bag of peaches with me, and I walk up to every single person and say, would you like a peach? And there's going to be some people in that group that are going to go, oh my God, no, thank you. I'm totally allergic to peaches. Get them away from me. You know, then you're going to walk up to the next person. They're going to go, oh, no, thanks. I just had lunch. And then you go up to the next person. They're going to go, oh my God, I would love one. Okay, can I have 2? Since these 2 people didn't, they said, no, sure, take 2. And then you go to the next person. They go, oh my God, I totally hate peaches. Oh, how could you even like peaches? It's the same thing. The same thing that we're doing here. You just have to keep asking. And then eventually you're going to find someone who's going to align with the information that you're bringing them. Because that's all we're doing, is we're just sharing information and sharing a new possibility for them.
True, very true. Thank you so much, Peggy, for all the wisdom you showed us, all the laughs you've given us. We had an amazing time with you. And I can't wait to talk to you again. Hopefully
thank you.
Back one day.
Well, thank you. Oh, anytime. Like, you know, if it's not fun, I'm not showing up, and you're fun to hang out with. So when you asked me, I was like, oh yes, thank you. I love hanging out with you. We always have fun. I can't help but smile when I'm around you, because you always have a smile on your face. So you are just you're one of my new loves, Jared. I just love you. Thank you so much for inviting me.
I appreciate it. Well, guys, we're gonna close this one out. Once again, thank you, Peggy. And we are going to see y'all next time, which is going to be very soon, with someone else, one of the Atlas family who you haven't got a chance to meet. You'll get to love them more, just like we all do. So till next time, peace. Bye-bye.